Hi there and welcome to TechRadar Talks. My name is Patrick Goss, I'm the Global Editor-in-Chief of TechRadar. I have with me Gareth, and we're going to be talking about the Apple Watch and fitness.
Yeah, I think one of the key things that Apple is pushing with the new watch is fitness. You know, it made Christy Burns run the London Marathon using the watch to train, and it's been a really interesting idea because, you know, it's not really geared for fitness if you look at it from a spec point of view. And so, yeah, the last weekend I've been giving it a go, trying it out for some runs, seeing if it really is actually any good for running, fitness, cycling, all that kind of thing.
Now I hear you're trying out for triathlon. There is a bit of an issue with using an Apple Watch for triathlon.
Yeah, you can't swim with it, which is a key thing, really. I think the main problem that I've got with the Apple Watch is it seems to be designed for beginners. You know, it doesn't have GPS on it by nature, so it has to tether to the phone. And any kind of proper runner doesn't really want to use the phone at all because it's another hindrance. And it doesn't really do much. You know, you've got this, it will set up and it will tell you, well, how far do you want to run, or how long for, or how many calories do you want to burn. These are all things that are sort of very arbitrary, and when you're running, it doesn't really tell me much. And I feel like right now Apple has come out with this idea, and it said, you know, we've got these clever rings so you can tell you how much you're moving, how much you're exercising, or how often you're standing. None of it's that impressive.
I'd say the impression that I get, certainly from the outside, is that it's not really built to be a runner's watch. It's built to be a watch where people kind of care a little bit about fitness, but it's not really built to be specifically something for fitness. Is that what you would say?
Yeah, but I think it doesn't sort of fit into either camp, really. I mean, for an absolute beginner, it will track your runs, but I mean, so what? You can't look at it afterwards and see any data. You can't improve from that. There are no training plans to take you go from this to this. It's got a record of it that you can't then look at afterwards. It just tells you your furthest ever, and it feels really basic. And as soon as I was using it, and people are asking, you know, should I get this if I'm into fitness? Not really. I mean, the annoyances about it, like telling you to stand every hour. The amount of times it told me to stand after I've just sat down because I entered a new hour. I'm like, I just don't understand this whole thing about making people stand up once every hour. I know it's good for fitness and it stops you from having problems, but you don't get any perceptible feeling that I'm actually better and fitter and more active because I stand up. It just feels like I'm annoyed because I've got to keep being told to stand up by my watch.
Do you think your third-party apps are going to come along and solve some of these problems?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's the key thing. I mean, we've got Map My Run already for a running perspective. A lot more things in terms of the workout space, so like people being able to do workouts in reps and that kind of stuff on the watch. It's much easier to see that kind of thing. So there's loads more to come. I think right now the first iteration of the watch isn't going to be any good because it doesn't have the GPS, doesn't have cadence, doesn't have all the things that the proper running watches have. So I think the next version, if it does pack those things, you've instantly got a really powerful running watch because all it takes is an app and then you've got information everywhere.
Fantastic. So that's our first impressions of the Apple Watch as a fitness device, and they're not wholly positive. See you soon on another TechRadar Talks.